when you feed them. Let's say, for example, an albino. Half the babies come, or some of the babies come out normal, some of the babies come out albino, some of the babies come out normal, but they carry the albino gene. And sometimes they'll take that, the one that carries the albino gene, and then breed that, because in subsequent generations, you get little variations and differences that they're looking at.
And I suppose with the big clutches with snakes as well, it's nice because in one breed you get a good distribution.
You get a huge distribution.
Yeah, you don't have to keep on remating the same pair.
Exactly. Now this is Elvis.
That's all yours.
And Elvis is an albino Burmese python.
We've got these at home. Our big girl, like, has 6.5 meters.
Brilliant. How much does she weigh?
Almost 120 kgs. And we've got 2 little ones like this.
Now Burmese pythons, one of the biggest snakes in the world, they grow between 5 and 6 meters long. They weigh 50 to 70 kilos on average. And at full size, they'll swallow a German Shepherd for food. What do you feed them?
Chickens, rabbits, little piglets.
The odd goat.
Well, our big ones had a goat.
Do you feed a lot, or do you guess?
Some of them. Like we breed rabbits, but then chickens we get from neighbors.
What do you just guess and then give it to them straight off?
Come touch it.
My dad's like scary. Loves it.
Big animals.
We've had them since the Hessians, like they'd fit in this pocket like that. We've also got some red tails.
If I had a buck for every time she's got a snake, I'd be able to send it through university. She'd love it.
Stick your hand in the cage, bang, they bite you. You've got to handle them until they, if they bite, just kind of hold until they let go. Then take a knife, handle them. Tomorrow you stick your hand in the cage, he bites you, take a knife, handle them. I met a guy in Krugersdorp who's got
No, say, do you want to hold it?
he's got a carpet python this long.
Do you want to go on the ground or do you want to hold him while you're on me?
And he says the only reason it became that tame is because from the day he got it, handled it for an hour every day. Says it also bit him like hundreds of times. It bit him hundreds of times over a year.
Because we got our big one like this is also cheeky. But they're too big now to carry. So it takes 3 of us to carry them.
And the thing is, when they get that big and they start getting nippy, if they bite you and they grab a hold of you,
That's a trip to hospital.
yeah.
Come hold it, it's fair.
Trip to hospital, stitches, permanent scarring. It'll be okay. You can help Daddy hold here. There you go, sweetie boy.
Stand next to you.
There you go.
Just stroke its tail.
Well, Elvis just finished shedding this morning.
Okay, here he is all nice and smooth, isn't he?
Yeah. Nice.
Yes,
A
sweetie.
big, beautiful boy. Yes, you are.
Sorry?
It's nice, okay, to go like this.
Sorry, can you?
Look how close it is to his face.
Sure, don't hold his head like that. Don't hold it, then put his head out. There we go.
Stroke. It's friendly. Let's stroke.
If you guys would like to join us, we're going to do the Venomous Snake Show in 5 minutes.
Sure. But he's heavy. How?
He's about 7 or 8 kilos now.
Yeah. Between. He's to say he's half your weight, Michaela. He's about half your weight. You're going to give him to somebody else. We can hold him later after the Venomous Show.
Morning guys and welcome. My name is Brendan. I'm the tour guide here. So I thought he's boss him around very gently.
No. Why don't you want little boy? This boy is good. Hey, I'm not even scared of anything. Oh my god. Here first. No, I'm okay, don't control it. It's gonna fall. I'm just like fine.
Kids, can you guys keep it down? Just a little please. Some places in Africa, the ball python is also called a ghost python.
I'm just dead tired of this.
This is called a royal python. Ball python is the most popular python.
She said she's terrified. I don't know why I'm scared because when I go to Durban, then I stay with my uncle and he's got so many snakes. Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to look at these, take some photographs, pass them on. Ready? Then everybody's back, I'll start the presentation. If you have any questions or great time, write it down.
Oh, I feel so good. Oh, what? I hold it everything. Very good, Dad. How do you see the stage? Hey, that is really ticky. I can't take it. I just can't touch it. I'm so sorry. I just can't grab the snake. Okay.
Feels nice.
I need to touch the snake. I'm so sorry. It isn't scary. Can I hold it again? Okay, wait. Your head's too creepy. I'm just kidding. I just touched the snake. I'm even holding the snake. Hold the lizard. I'm even holding it. Oh, that is so nice. I love this. It is.
Well done, Mia.
Maybe.
Abi sen ne diyorsun? Tavuk olmuş oluyor. At var, bir tavuk var. Tavşan var. Lunch.
Okay, guys.
Anneye bak ya, çocuğuna yılan veriyor ya. Sevgili izleyiciler, olmaz böyle bir şey.
Hayden has to go first. This one.
Shedding.
Affedersiniz, bir yılan alabilir miyim?
Other people also want to have a turn.
Right, it's probably the venomous.
I've been holding it. I don't know.
Okay, we're going to start with the bit, and afterwards we'll let you take it out.
Okay, let's start with the venomous part of the show now. They be very temperamental. You pick them up the one day and handle them and they're fine. The next day you pick them up, they bite you in the face. Elvis is a Burmese python and he's as laid back as they get. Okay, this guy does not bite unless you're a rat. Okay, so politicians, you're out. So to end off the show, I'm going to give you guys a chance to hold him. Take a nice picture. There you go. And that's the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And enjoy your Sunday. Come on. You look like you want to go, but you look a little nervous.
Nice photo of you with it.
Let's make it so
If it's on your skin, it's fine. The only way the venom can become effective, it has to be in the teeth.
Eva, you're going to hold?
If you've got an old scar, it's fine. If it gets into your mouth or your nose, you're going to be fine. But one thing that does happen is you might have been, you might have a small sore in your mouth. If it gets into there, you're going to have a bit of a problem. But you'll know the moment it starts burning.
Yeah, that's your answer.
One question. What happens if you stick a
You're going to sit with the other kids and hold it, and they'll put you all around.
That is the butt of a snake. It's called a cloaca. So the male has large, pronounced spurs.
Oh,
Female has, if you look at a female, you can barely see the spurs. For those who'd like to take the crocodile tour, I'm going to take the next one in about 5 or 6 minutes.
If you want to do the
You can all hold it, but patience. Here we go.
Oh, we can't touch his head. If someone's getting married, you must always take this neck and put it next to him. Oh my God. It looks like a scar.
Sit next to him.
Yeah, we're going to take a picture.
Hold it here. Hold it here in your hand. Pick it up, people look into it. That's it. No, don't squeeze him, just hold it. That's it.
You and me will hold it more.
Okay.
Just for my babies, please. Are we watching? No, you put it on them. You need to put it on them.
There you go. Give the camera after.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys go together, and then I'll put it on you guys.
Okay, come quickly. Boy, hold his
You
head.
ready to go do it with him, and I'll take
No,
the
no,
picture?
that's fine. Boy, hold his head. Look at me. Look at me, boy. Hold his head. Gustav, look here. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
He's got a bit of weight. About 2.5 meters. And when they do spit, they have massive venom glands. Okay, I've seen these guys will spit 10 times, and if they give you a bite, you'll still get a full 100 milligram bite. Now, as you can see, he's shedding. So his colors are a little bit dull. You can see the difference in the color from the tail to the rest of the body that still has to shed. They're also very good at climbing trees. So I'm going to put this guy away. And now I'll give you a clue. This is not a black mamba. This is a rinkels. And the rinkels is my favorite of all the African snakes. Now, I'm handling this guy very gently. Don't ever try and handle a snake like this, okay? The rinkels is a very, very special snake. It is the only snake of its kind on the planet. If you look at things like cobras, all the cobras fall under the genus of Naya. So a Mozambique spinning cobra would be Naya mozambica. A Cape cobra would be Naya nevea. The adders, dude, you're going the wrong way. The adders fall under the genus of Bitters. A puff adder is Bittus aritans. A berg adder is Bittus atropos. A rinkels is Hemacatus. And because it is the only Hemacatus on the planet, it is called Hemacatus hemacatus. A rinkels is unique among snakes for actually three reasons. One is that their teeth are different from cobras. Number two, where all the cobras in the world lay eggs, the rinkels gives live birth. Number three, all the cobras in the world are smooth scaled, but the rinkels is a keel scaled snake like a puff adder, although the scales are not quite as pronounced. They're very easy to recognize.
Yes.
I'm going to put this guy in a tube. I'm going to give you a chance to hold it. Now, so. Well, that never happens. Now, the reason I want you guys to touch a puff adder is because a puff adder is a keel-scaled snake. You get a couple of different types of scales on snakes. Now, your mambas and cobras are smooth-scaled. A puff adder is keel-scaled, and we call it a keeled scale because the scale has a vertical ridge going through it like a boat keel. Anywhere in the world you go, if you find a keel-scaled snake, just leave it alone. Keel-scaled snakes are usually not only highly venomous, but they tend to be as bad-tempered as a puff adder. And a good example would be, if you feel a snake with this kind of texture in the US, it's a rattlesnake. The puff adder is also unique amongst other snakes in that it gives live birth, and they have the largest clutch sizes of all snakes. A couple of years ago, in a zoo, can't remember where, a female puff adder gave birth to just over 140 babies. Yeah. Anybody ever seen a newborn baby puff adder? They are the cutest little things. They're like that big, and you can fit two of them in a matchbox. They're the cutest little things. But Even a bite from a baby pup at that bad is equal to the bite of an adult. So if you do get bitten by a baby pup adder, it's just as bad.
It feels awesome. Just feed it. It feels right. It's cool.
Get like a nice photo of it on your neck.
I've heard the whole explanation. I don't think I want to.
Look at how tight he's holding this.
Let's it go. Let's go.
I love the texture of these things.
Imagine that thing just spit it off.
Well, that's going to come around to you guys now. Let's go back it up. There you go.
Feels like a good feelings. Yeah, I like it. What? It's funny when you